Hello everybody, this is AJ from Toku bringing you Kamen Rider Revice episode 5. And welcome to the world, Kamen Rider Evil. But we'll get to that real quick. But you know what, let's just get right into this episode, why not, shall we? This episode, funny enough, starts off kind of with the beginning of the mystery of who Evil is. And it's kind of weird, but I feel like the identity of Evil is so painfully obvious that it's not gonna be him. And what I mean by that is, they haven't given him the name, I don't think. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, I swear. But the commander dude from the first episode who was trying to be Revice and just made things worse, he's the one that we're basically being led to believe is evil. And they do this by secretly showing him go into the Vice Stamp vault and maybe or maybe not giving the Vice Stamp to one of the victims of the week. And just acting all around shady. And it's one of those things where, like, it's so painfully obvious that he is, that I almost want to say he might not be. You know what I mean? Like, it's a red herring, really. And it's really interesting because I mean, it can go either way, really. I don't know if he is going to be evil at that point. And I mean evil the noun, not evil, you know, the side, you know what I mean. But like, it's weird. It's weird. But I actually kind of like it because that kind of gives you the impression that maybe he will be, maybe he won't be, or maybe, hell, for all we know, maybe Evil will have multiple users. For all we know, he could be the original Evil. He gets murdered or just murked by Iki, and Daiji takes over at the end. Who knows? We'll see. And not only that, but we actually do get a lot of little bits of development with George as well. And he's a fucking psycho, essentially. Where we see him constantly doing these emotions and constantly doing these weird things where in one scene he's basically saying, I'm just practicing to see how I'm going to break this guy's neck. But you get a lot of little subtle hints that it's just a facade he's putting on, which really, really makes you think. Honestly, that makes me think they're going to have another writer, which, I mean, it's pretty obvious at this point that Toei just loves their writers. So we're going to have one for him. He has to be one because there's just something about his character that I'm just like, you're either going to be a bait and switch evil person or a bait and switch good guy. And I don't know, but I'm really interested to see how that goes. Also, besides that, we get a little bit more with Daiji, where he's not 100% okay from the last episode. He's not 100% made up with Iki. But then again, like I said before, they're brothers, so of course they're going to be a little snippy at each other at points. And I do like that. In fact, I do like a lot of the little character moments that we get in this episode. Because again, once again, the main story of this episode is not the main story of this episode. But again, we have a little moment with Sakura, Iki's sister, basically saying, well, like, wish I kind of wasn't useless. Which makes me think that she's also going to get a writer form. I mean, at this point, I'm pretty sure the entire fucking family's going to get a writer form. Because why not, you know? Why not? But more than likely, all three of the Igarashi? It's Igarashi, right? Yeah, the Igarashi siblings are going to get a writer form. Or maybe not. Who knows? I kind of wouldn't mind if she didn't get one, though, because she's kind of badass by herself. I mean, she does, I think it's judo. I think it's judo, or maybe it's not. No, it's not judo. It's karate, because judo doesn't, I don't think judo allows strikes like she does. So I'm going to say it's karate. So, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I kind of hope she doesn't have to get a writer form, because she's actually kind of cool just the way she is, and I kind of like her idea of, she's the worried sister. But it makes sense why she's worried. It's cool. I like it. Other than that, we don't really get much with Iki, though. With Iki, it's kind of a thing of, he's just growing. He's growing into his full, like, writer personality. And it's interesting to see because we kind of saw him go from reluctant to, he's kind of a little cocky. Like, you know what I mean? He's kind of a little cocky dude. But, you know, we'll see how that goes. Because, of course, this episode, he gets completely annihilated. So, maybe we'll see a little change in character, a change in personality. But we also kind of have now a split in the ranks, or a split in the factions of evildoers, where we now have the dead men, or the dead mans. It's gonna take a while for me to say it like that, because I'm just used to saying it dead men if there's, plural, but whatever. So we have the dead men, or dead mans, and we have this mysterious man giving vice stamps to just random ass people, which is kind of interesting because the dead men actually have they have a motive, and they have a way of doing things, of trying to find someone to use vice stamps with. And you get the idea that the guy who just gave vice stamps to, well, like in this episode, a fucking YouTuber, you kind of get the idea he doesn't really care. He's just kind of trying to cause chaos. And it's really interesting. And again, we also get a little bit of a hint. Again, this show is full of little hints that may or may not be hints. Like, when everyone was kind of suspicious of the commander dude, when someone said that people were stealing the vice stamps, which is a pretty funny moment in and of itself. It might have been inadvertent, but it was pretty funny how everybody looked at him like, yeah, who the fuck are you kidding? It's obviously you. I mean, George loves Kamen Rider. He knows how this goes, dude. So, but I do like how we had this weird little thing where, while they're all staring at him in this serious moment, we get a transition to Iki and Daiji's father, but he's also looking, well, here's the thing, he's looking serious, and they use the exact same sound effect that they were using for them with him, which it could have just been a joke, but for some reason that just reads as Iki's father's going to be very important later on, which seems pretty obvious. But I'm really hoping to see where that goes. Besides that, we have the Kuga form, Lion, which is actually a really nice looking form, I'm not going to lie. But of course, I am the Kuga man, so I am a little partial to that. And, of course, Kamen Rider Evil, which is a very interesting suit. I like the design, and I like the idea they're going for. But I can't stop seeing a fucking Shamu. Like, I can't stop fucking seeing an orca on this guy. Maybe that's the point. Maybe he is supposed to be an orca, like a whale. If somebody can tell me, maybe that'd be fine. But yeah, he looks like a whale. But overall, I do like the motif. The spray paint and all that. It looks kind of cool. And, of course, now begins Who the Hell is Evil? But overall, this was a pretty okay episode. Again, nice episode. Nice and calm. Nothing crazy happening besides evil, obviously. And obviously a little bit sprinkling of hints and stuff in the episode where we'll see where this goes. But that's all I got for you guys today. If you like what you heard here, please do like, comment, subscribe. We're on our road to 1,000. And check out these other videos because they're all fantastic. I've been AJ. I'll see you guys next week. Bye bye.